So our next topic is balanced and unbalanced forces. If we get that holding stand, we'll keep that side, and we will use this from that end to that end, and it is very nice. It will be easy. Okay, balanced forces. Start. Give this heading as balanced and unbalanced forces. Start the heading. Okay. So before going to what these balanced and unbalanced forces are, I would like to tell you that on a body there is not always only one force acting on it. There are many forces acting on it. So I will tell you, when one force acting on a body, then it is called a not balance. I didn't told about that balance. It is called unit force. Uniforce means only one force is acting on the body. When two forces are acting on the body, then they are called couple. Provided the couple should be acting as such that both the forces should be equal in its magnitude and opposite in direction, then only it is called as a couple. Otherwise you can't call it as a couple. Okay? And multi forces, that is something else. We see always we go with resolution of forces. Means I told you already, resolution of forces means taking the force coordinate into x-axis and y-axis. That is the force resolution. Resolution of vectors we do it. Vectors you will learn, then you will understand that. Well, easy. But for the current sake, we have balanced and unbalanced forces. In this one, we are going to understand about what is the force vector resolution. Simple vector resolution, not more. We'll go with very easy. Now when there is a body, I will show you two cases, then you will understand nicely. There is a body like this. This is one body. Another case, there is also same body. Okay. Now let us name the forces. F1, F2 here. Here F1, F2, F3, F4. There are four forces. Now you can see that F1, F2 in this case, in the first case, this is case number 1. When F1, F2 are applying, then how to find the net resultant of force? You have to find the resultant of the force, right? When two or more forces are acting, then the effect happens. The effect happens in the direction of resultant force. समझ में आया? Resultant force means you are having got 5 marks in maths. Okay, you are getting 5 out of 5 in maths. 4 out of 5 in physics. Okay, and 3 out of 5 in chemistry. मान लो example, you got 5, 4, 3. So what is the resultant means? What is average? 4. So average you are getting 4 marks out of 5. Rating like that. This force is tending to move the body this side. That force is tending to moving to body that side. What is the resultant? So the resultant force equal to sum of all the forces. Sum of all the forces. What happened? Running only. Camera is running. Time is running.
That sounded something, so that is why I checked.
You are taking at sigma Fi. Already we did. I told what is sigma earlier maths. So resultant of force. This is F resultant equal to sigma Fi is the formula for calculation of forces. Now this is case number 1. This is case number 2. So we are going to have each case. Then I will define what is unbalanced and what is unbalanced force. So in case number 1, what is happening? What is F resultant? F resultant of first one. We are having sum of the forces. That means F1 plus F2. There is a need for sign conventions. All towards the left if you take positive, all towards the right will become
Negative.
right. So we take which one positive? Let us take F1 all towards the left. My left side is positive. I am taking. F2 is negative. Minus. Clear? Therefore F1 minus F2. Now what happened? Now F1 minus F2 became equal to 0. Then they will possess a state called equilibrium. Now I will define what is equilibrium. Okay. What is equilibrium?
Both sides equal.
When a body is better definition I will see it. ठीक है, अब से सुन लो. When there is no change in the position or shape, anything, etc. of a body after
Force is applied. Then
after application or before application is known as equilibrium. Now equilibrium means what? Sigma Fi equal to 0. Right now? Sigma Fi only 0. You can see here sigma Fi applied, F1 up to 0, 0. So Fr should be equal to 0. Therefore in this case note down. Note should be there. Resultant force is equal to 0 in equilibrium. When there is a case of equilibrium. This word we will use very vigorously. Equilibrium. By this time you might have known it. In 8th class also it should be told. But not told means that is leave it. Another issue. Equilibrium means it is possessing 0 position. Zero position means there is, even though there is a force affecting on the body, but it is continuing to possess its state of equilibrium. Equilibrium means all the effects of forces are becoming nullified and becoming zero. All are equal. Therefore, now what here, if you see F1 equal to F2, right? So this becomes a case of couple. This is a special case of couple.
Only two forces.
Two forces are there. Couple means, now I will write the definition of couple. See here. When two forces are acting on a body, when two forces of equal magnitude, this equal magnitude are
రెండు మూడు వస్తున్నాయి
ఏం చేయదు
ఏం చేయదని నాకు తెలుసు అయినా కానీ
when two forces of equal magnitude are acting on a body, when two forces of equal magnitude are acting on a body in opposite directions to each other. To each other is very important. To each other they are acting opposite direction to each other. Okay. Then they are said to be couple forces. Okay, then that are said to be couple forces. Okay, write down till here. Next I will define what is balanced force and a unbalanced force. You are getting na? There is no problem in this na? Everything is fine. Okay, that's what I need actually. In more 5 minutes we will close. 5 minutes. After definition of balanced force and unbalanced force, we will have the class stop tomorrow. Today, this is just introduction. This is just prerequisites for what we are next. Tomorrow we will start directly Galileo's experiment. Very, very, very important experiment. You should understand it to do problems. To understand VBQs, to understand type 3 questions. I told you na, steel ball, marble ball, bill rolled on a plane, those types of questions. ये तो बहुत जनरेशन से आया क्वेश्चन है, अभी नया क्वेश्चन आ गया, किसको पता? Okay, am I raising?
No.
Do it fast. You draw the diagrams also?
Diagrams also.
Okay, good. ठीक है, जो लिखने का काम है बाद में करना, थोड़ा बहुत बस छोटा सा कॉन्सेप्ट है. Till here over. Equilibrium you can write later.
Okay.
I will give the definitions of balanced and unbalanced force. Let me give the definition. Okay, when a number of forces acting simultaneously on the body, when a number of forces are acting simultaneously on a body, which do not bring any change in the position, state or rest, sorry, or uniform motion. Is said to be balanced. Said to be balanced force. When a number of forces are acting simultaneously on a body, which bring a change in the position, state or uniform motion, is known as unbalanced force. Okay, now I feel no need to explain because you had understand everything. Whenever that's why representation of diagram is only important. If that is done, immediately you will understand every concept. Just a statement given means you will understand.
Any forces and action.
In an action, any number of forces.
Position, state,
change out. That means equilibrium should not be disturbed. The body is said to be in equilibrium. I told equilibrium when there is no position change in the position shape, anything, no change. Rest means rest only. Okay. Then it is said to be in equilibrium. So when the equilibrium is disturbed, it becomes an unbalanced force. When it is in equilibrium, it is called
balanced force.
Over. So there is a difference between given here between balanced force and unbalanced force. State of rest in balanced force, do not change the state of rest. In unbalanced force, changes it. State of motion, they do not change the state of motion, but in case of unbalanced force, they change. They lead to the change in the motion of the body. Acceleration. In balanced force there is no acceleration. In unbalanced force there is acceleration. Next is shape. There is no change in shape, but due to unbalanced force there might be a change in the shape. Next, resultant force. Resultant of all the forces acting on the body is 0. Where in this case the resultant is not 0. So you can write this condition here. Condition you can write it here as sigma Fi equal to 0. Condition here is sigma Fi unequal to 0. Here equilibrium. This is main. Here no equilibrium. Okay. That is something about this topic. So tomorrow we will go with Galileo Galilei's experiment. This is a very big topic. Only Newton's first law will take tomorrow's whole class. Then we will go with the 2-3 Newton's. एक बार first law हो गया है ना, second third law चक 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 हो जाए. In one day it will over. But first law, there is a lot of concept involved. There is a lot of things involved. You should understand it very perfectly, because why? Because when you are doing that experiments also, there is a lot of reasoning being done there. And the Galileo, we have to talk about his. That is a great invention done by Galileo. So we should discuss about what is his actual motto, and why he did it, and how he did it, and what are the parameters he took, what was the outcome of the experiment. Everything we should. If we are doing an experiment, means how you in your lab, you have a chemistry lab or a physics lab. Okay, in that you write na, your objective, apparatus required, prerequisite, procedure, then observation, then inference, then result, like that. Experiment also belongs like that. You have to have an observation. You need to do an inference. All we will do. That's why it will take time. That's why I told it will take 1 day whole time. Then giving the first law. From that only first law evolved. Newton's first law evolved. After that is there. After that is over, and we will go for inertia also. Tomorrow only we will talk. Know about what is inertia. Okay. States of inertia, types of inertia. That will end tomorrow. So okay, that's done with today's class. Thank you.